Welcome back to Houston Life. Earlier this fall, the hit Netflix reality series Love is Blind returned with a brand new group of Houston singles looking for love. They hit the pods to start finding connections, and we watched as feelings developed and relationships evolved.
Yeah, we sure did. And season 5 ended with one of the couples saying I do. Lydia and Milton are joining us now in the studio. We're going to chat about the experience, what's next for them, and welcome to Houston Life, both of you.
Thank you. Thank you
Okay.
for having us.
Oh my gosh, it's our pleasure because we have a lot of burning questions. But there's no way like I mentioned, you're the success story, but there's no way you could have known that when you tried out for the show. So let's start with why the heck would you want to agree and go on a show like this where you're trying to figure out if love is blind? That is wild.
I think for me, it was just like my dating life wasn't the best.
Okay.
And I needed to find like a different avenue to actually find that person. And I felt ready. I felt ready to take that leap of faith and
Try something new?
Yeah. What about you, Milton? Why were you on the show?
I felt like it was a pretty unconventional way to get married. And when they had first reached out to me, I was like, I'd heard of it, the show. I hadn't watched any episodes. So I went through like a few reels and I was like, I get the gist of it. And I don't know, I talked to a few buddies and they were like, you're a pretty unconventional guy.
Okay.
And just kind of made sense. I was like, all right, let's see what happens.
See what happens. Well, getting married is what ended up happening. Were you both open, though, to the idea that you might go on the show, you might not find love, you might, in the editing process, you don't have control over how you look on television, right? Did you ever have concerns that, it would crash and burn for you?
for me, I think like, that was like when the first, like my first connection didn't happen. I was like, oh my God, am I not gonna find someone? And I'm gonna go back to the dating apps? Like you have like that fear, but like, then you're like, you know what? If it's meant to be, it will be. And it was meant to be.
Excellent.
When you're watching it back, are there moments that you say, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm like letting this intimate side of me show? Were there any moments like that for you that you guys struggled with in the hindsight of it all?
I think like I didn't have like one more like, oh, I showed this or felt embarrassed. I felt like I always kept the promise to myself that I was gonna be me, genuinely me. And I would show who I was, even if I was liked or not liked, even if people were not like it, because I wanted my partner or my spouse or my potential spouse to fall in love with who I was.
What I think is so interesting about this show in particular is you're very exposed, right? Your life is put out there, but at the same time, it also seems very isolating because you have to keep a lot of secrets. This show was shot a while back, and I know America and the world found out about your marriage in mid-October, but y'all have actually been married for 19 months, and you had to tiptoe around and keep that a secret. How did you do it, and what was that process like for you?
I can speak about it. It was definitely like a bit of a challenge. I go into work and, sometimes I used to wear my wedding ring, and then once they drop the cast and the trailers, I take it off because I don't want to avoid, I want to avoid spoilers. So all of a sudden you have all your coworkers come and they're like, whether it's a contractor working out in the terminal or wherever, they come out and they're like, oh my God, you're that guy, this is you. And I'm like, no, I'm the same guy from the meeting 2 days ago.
Yeah.
It's just a very unique experience.
Are you guys getting recognized around town now that you're out and about?
Oh, he's definitely.
I think my stature has something to do with
How
it.
tall are you, Milton?
Yeah.
I'm 6'7".
Okay, yeah, it's hard to miss.
Yeah.
But you don't have to be modest, Lydia. I mean, people have come up to you and people are excited to meet you, right?
Oh yeah. They're really lovely and like, they have like this, and sometimes I forget. And I'm like, why are you looking at me like that?
Why are you staring?
Like, and then I remember, and I was like, oh, yes. And I just say yes, like, or not, or like, yeah. And they're like, oh my God, you look so different. And I'm like, just hair dye.
Okay, just hair dye.
Just hair dye.
A little bit of change of look. And you guys are you cohabitating right now? You said you were kind of back and forth in Long Beach on a project. What's going on? What's the exact situation? I'm pretending I'm at the reunion.
My exact situation. I'm working on a short-term project in Long Beach, California. It's a sustainable project, so I'm super excited about it. And my whole project duration is about 3 months. So I have about another 3 weeks left.
Yeah.
And then I'm back in Houston for good. Like I'm located here in Houston, apartment here in Houston with Lydia. I'm just in temporary corporate housing out there in Long Beach until we get this project fully
Finished and
commissioned.
wrapped up.
And that's got to feel so nice knowing
Yeah.
that you have this new chapter of life starting around the corner. We still have a million questions. We only have a minute left. What did we not see on the series? Because again, when this series drops and everyone out there in the world is seeing it for the first time, y'all are really seeing it for the first time as well, right?
Yeah, 1,000%. One of the things that I didn't see was we were supposed to bring like a gift to give to our potential spouse. It was not the bumblebee. The bumblebee, they got it for me in the show, but he brought from home a huge rock.
It was my, they told me to bring the most significant thing in my life at that moment that I have, like your grandmother's wedding ring or your father's watch. And I was like, I have this rock that I got in undergrad. It's probably about 40 pounds. It's completely metamorphic. And I was like, this is my most intimate
Precious, valued.
I know you
But
like metamorphic
I
rocks, but you
appreciate
liked
it.
it.
You did.
I appreciate it. And I was
blown
like,
away by the rock.
That's a really
oh
nice
my
story.
God. Like we started like nerding out in the pod, like trying to figure the minerals out the rock. And you guys didn't get to see that day, but it was really fun for us.
Well, that's really sweet. And it just
Yes.
shows that you met
We're
your
meant
match.
to
Because
be.
a lot of people would maybe say, wait a minute, a rock?
Why would you bring that?
What?
This is
What
heavy.
this?
Well-
They were probably think it was
Big.
part of it.
Like I get stuck in the airport when I travel with it because when you put it in a bag, for some reason when it goes to the detector, I got stopped saying like, "Hey, do you have human remains in your backpack?"
Oh.
Like I'm like, no, like what
Milton.
kind of? It's not. It's just a rock.
It's just a rock.
Just
It's
a rock.
just a large rock.
Right.
It's my support rock.
It's
I carry it with me when I
emotional
travel. Lydia, Milton, thank you so much. Congrats on finding each other,
Congrats.
finding love.
Thank you.
And the series is really fun. You can stream it now. So catch up on season 5 of Love is Blind Houston, streaming right now on Houston. And best of luck to you both
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
on Netflix.
The newlyweds, yes.
Yay, thank you.